a student asked me to create a practice for anger. You know, when you're feeling anger, and sometimes we're so angry, it's like we're stuck in it. So we need some skillful intervention. And that's not rejecting it. It's an approach pattern, which is executive function, the way I use the term, which is the front part of the brain where we have free will. Now, the mind is a regulator, so we renew the mind. Oh, I have a choice now. I have free will, but I'm still feeling angry. So I recognize I feel anger, and then I'm going to turn to the joints. Joints are about movement. Emotion is about movement. These emotions are meant to move through us, so we have a whole range of human emotion. It's the so-called negative ones that we don't like, that cause suffering. Nobody complains generally about being too happy. So there's anger. There's anger, and I can't let it go. So I look at it, I approach it. And one way is to move the joints. So, lots of possibilities. We have many joints in the body. So here, I'm going to lift one leg, put it up, and just move my ankle a little bit. Now, I could be feeling the anger, say, in my heart, or in my head, or everywhere, sometimes in the gut. But I'm right down here now with my foot, with my ankle. So my attention is there. That's the mind regulating my attention. And I just want to feel how this joint moves. Now, I could do that for a long time, but let's say I'm just going to move to a different area. So now I'm going to move onto the side, and I'll put my arm up. And I'll begin to move the arm. So I just want to feel. So I'm focusing now on feeling the movement. The anger may still be there. I'm recognizing there's anger, but I just want to feel this. So this will put me back in the driver's seat, where I have choice. I have free will. Now, as I'm moving my arm, I'm looking for what moves easily, where there's freedom. And can I enjoy the movement? So I would regulate. I would use the mind to say, oh, let me move in a way that's enjoyable. So that begins to change our chemistry. Enjoyment is more of a receiving quality. We're receptive to embodying enjoyment. And that's the causal plane. The causal plane is the bliss body, it's called. It's what is behind the manifest world. Everything we see in the physical. And then, of course, there's the subtle plane. But as vessel yogis, we tap into the causal plane, which impacts the subtle and the physical. And, of course, it all plays out in time, even though we're tapping into a kind of timelessness.